Hello, I'm Peter Vaughan and today I'm looking at the very latest campervans from Autosleepers, a company that's celebrating its diamond anniversary, 60 years of building campervans. Now, these latest models are all based on the Peugeot Boxer and in window van form with this flush fitting thermic glass, quite heavily tinted down the side of the vehicle, giving it a very automotive look. They've got the latest 165 bhp blue HDI engine as standard, and they come in a choice of these three metallic paint finishes. If you want an automatic, the cab switches from Peugeot to Fiat, looks pretty much the same, but you can then have a 9-speed automatic gearbox. These latest models come with a number of enhancements, including an onboard Motorhome Wi-Fi system that's said to give you up to 5 times the performance from your devices thanks to a rooftop antenna. Also on the roof is the new option of roof rails, useful if you want to carry a surfboard or something on the top. Underneath the vehicle is the latest Whale heating system, up to 6 kilowatt output and working from gas and mains electricity. And improving the security of your motorhome is the Chris VIN chip system, which helps identify your vehicle should it be stolen. As a premium vehicle, you'd expect your Autosleeper campervan to come with the premium pack, because that gives you cab air conditioning, cruise control, DAB radio with sat-nav, reversing camera, alloy wheels, a solar panel, an awning and even semi-air suspension. Now, if you want to further upgrade your vehicle, you can add a media pack with a satellite dish, the winter pack, which gives you heating for the water tanks, insulation blankets on the wheel arches, and also cab blinds. And finally, you can even add roof air conditioning for the habitation area. The Symbol is the one model in the range based on the medium wheelbase Peugeot Boxer van, so just 5.41 metres long. Now that's not a lot bigger than the smaller class of pop-top camper vans, and that makes it much more manoeuvrable, easier to park in towns, and it could make the difference on your driveway as well. But despite being a smaller vehicle, you'd still get the same level of equipment as in the larger Autosleeper campervans. You still get a 25 litre underslung gas tank. You still get a melamine crockery set. You still get crystal glasses in a top locker. But more importantly, you get a fully appointed kitchen. So you've got this triplex cooker with 3 gas rings and a combined oven and grill. That all works off the underslung gas tank. You've got a removable draining board here too, that just slots in on top of the cooker there. And you've got plenty of worktop flap there, a useful worktop space above the fridge with a convenient main socket, and even a bit more worktop over here. And despite being a smaller van, you still get a fully appointed washroom. And one thing I quite like is the way this door comes right round and you can stop it there. It gives you a certain amount of privacy when you come out of the shower if you're still getting dried off or getting dressed. You've got your cassette toilet in there, and the shower uses a separate shower head rather than the wash basin's tap. Although this is a compact 2-berth van, you do have a 3rd travel seat for occasional passenger carrying. When you get to the campsite, just spin the front seats round add this little coffee table that stores behind the settee's backrest. The leg comes out of the wardrobe and you're ready for a brew. If you want to sit on the sofa on a sunny day, you could have the sliding door wide open and enjoy views out of there. If it's a full meal you want and this smaller table won't suffice, then there is a larger freestanding table that stores at the end of the kitchen unit. It does block more of the centre aisle and takes up more space, but of course you can use it outside as well. Another plus of the Symbol is the choice of sleeping arrangements. You can make 2 single beds. Now on the driver's side it's very simple. You just slot in this cushion and remove the backrest. On this side, now you've got a bed of 1.67 metres long on this side and 1.92 metres on this side. On this side your feet go underneath the wardrobe, but that's not really an issue, there's plenty of space. If you want a double bed, simply pull out the slatted base. Now we need those extra cushions, both the backrest settee, all the extra cushions just store underneath the wardrobe in the daytime when you're not using them, so they're not taking up storage space as such. And now you've got a nice transverse double bed, 1.84 metres by 1.47. The Symbol and Symbol Plus are clearly close related, and not just by name, but this Symbol Plus is over half a metre longer than the standard Symbol. You'll also notice that unlike the Symbol, you can't get in via the back doors. You've simply got access to your boiler and servicing for your cassette toilet. Now let's see how they've used the extra space inside. At the front you could be mistaken for thinking that the Symbol and Symbol Plus are identical. The layout's very much the same, but there are some slight differences. For one thing, there's a little bit more space in this one. The single travel seat is still there, so you've still got 3 travel seats in this 2-berth van. But this time the backrest is supported by a small overhanging cupboard rather than the wardrobe. The freestanding table is very much the same, but this time it stores in the overcab shelf. And you've still got a small island leg coffee table to use as well. That and the leg store in the wardrobe. If you're sitting in the cab seats, you are that bit higher, but your feet don't dangle because the floor is higher there as well. Bed makeup in the Symbol Plus is very like the Symbol, nice and simple. Just get rid of these armrest cushions and scatter cushions, and on this side all you have to do is slot that little infill in there. Gives you a bed 1.87 metres long, so significantly longer than the equivalent bed in the Symbol. And then on the near side, simple and similar mechanism, just slide the travel seat forward and it flattens as it goes, and that gives you a single bed 1.8 metres long. So this time the longer bed is on the off side. If you want a double, well, once again you pull out the slatted base, the backrest cushion, which you'd have removed if you were using it as a single bed. That just slots in there. 2 infill cushions go in, 1 and 2, and you end up with a really large double bed, 1.86 metres long, but a full 1.61 metres wide. It's not hard to see where the extra length of Symbol Plus compared with Symbol goes on the inside. just look at the extra space in this kitchen. The actual facilities are very similar. Dometic microwave up high, your triplex cooker with the combined oven and grill, and over here an 88 litre fridge. One little novelty that you do get though is this coffee machine and some rather nice downlighters around the kitchen countertop. Plenty of space, of course, for the chef to work. You've got an extractor fan in the ceiling too. But this isn't just about the kitchen area. You also get a better washroom in the Symbol Plus, hidden behind a tambour door, and you get a fixed corner basin, so no folding basin in here. A little bit of storage and a hanging rail, cassette toilet of course, but the key thing is that you don't have to use a shower curtain. The tambour door provides the waterproofness of the area by itself. Then when you come out of the shower, not only have you got the wardrobe on this side, but over here you've got a full height shelved unit with a vanity mirror, and open that door across, open the wardrobe door, and with a little bit of jiggery pokery, you've got a completely private changing area, and a very spacious one at that. In the 6-metre van, there are two options in the Auto Sleeper range, the Symbol Plus and this Warwick Duo. Unlike the Symbol Plus, once you get to your site, the cab forms no further function. It's not part of the lounge because that's at the back. In fact, they're virtual opposites because the kitchen in the Symbol Plus is at the back, all round the back end of the van. Here, it's at the front along with the washroom. But having the lounge at the back is what a lot of campervanners like, because you've got all this space to put your feet up, and on a lovely day swing open those back doors and enjoy the view. Both of these settees are over 6 foot long, and you've got a choice of a coffee table or a full-size freestanding table. Coffee table stores in the wardrobe and the freestanding table in the overcab shelf. You've got the usual choice of fabrics too. This Sagrada fabric, which is here in the berry colour, but there's 5 choices of colour scheme in 2 different fabrics. And another feature I really like is these reading lights, which just twist off and back on. So wherever you want to sit and read, you can have the reading light perfectly positioned. As with other models in the range, you've got these nice pleated blinds. And you've got that 6 kilowatt whale heating to keep you warm at night, either on gas or electric. As with several models in the range, you've got the choice of single or double beds. If you want to sleep singly, this one is 1.9 metres long, this one just a fraction shorter at 1.88, but they're both a good size. And you just remove the backrests and you're ready to go. Bedding can be stored underneath on the near side where there's plenty of room. There's electrics and things under this side. So if you want a double bed, however, you just pull out the supports from each side, and then the main backrest sections slot in to the middle. Unlike some rivals, you can also remove these long sausage cushions and just tuck those underneath the bed. If you remove both of them, you've got a bed that's 1.85 metres across, as well as being up to 1.9 metres long. So nearly square and very, very big bed. Unusually for this type of layout, the washroom is on the near side by the sliding door. Now in there you've got plenty of room, plenty of legroom and shoulder space on the bench cassette toilet, and above that is a tip-up basin. But the advantage of putting the washroom on the near side is that it frees up lots of room for a big kitchen on the off side, 1.67 metres from one end of the counter to the other. Now at this end, lots of lovely preparation space above the 92 litre fridge. Then moving on, we've got the same triplex cooker as in the other Autosleeper campervans. Combined oven and grill and 3 gas rings. Below that is a large drawer for your pots and pans. And above you've got the Dometic microwave. Then the sink comes with a removable draining board and a little clip-in rack for your cutlery and so on to drip dry. 4 useful little drawers at the end of the kitchen, and above, your usual Autosleeper crystal wine glasses, and at this end, a plate rack. This is the Campervan XL on the extra long wheelbase van, like the other XL models in the range. In the front lounge it feels a bit like the Symbol and Symbol Plus, but the extra length of the base vehicle gives you more space in the lounge area. The concept's similar. You've got the side sofa on the off side, single rear travel seat with a seat belt by the sliding door, and of course the 2 swivel cab seats. You've also got the choice of a coffee table or the larger freestanding table. That stores right at the back in the washroom. At night time, of course, having more space means bigger beds as well. And this settee alone, without any infills, is 1.81 metres long. With the driver's seat facing forwards, you can slot in a little infill cushion at the front, and that takes the bed to over 2 metres long. So if you're tall, this could be the model for you. Over on the other side, on the near side, the seat slides forward and just flattens in the same way as it does in the Symbol models, but the bed is 1.92 metres long. So the single bed is easy enough. But now you've got an extra possibility of adding more cushions and creating the biggest lounge of any model in the range. Now you could easily get 7 people in here in comfort. So if you like to go to a rally and get all your friends in for an evening, this is the one for you. The specification in the kitchen is similar to all the other models, with the triplex cooker, 3 gas burners, combined oven and grill, Dometic microwave above, the sink with the removable draining board, and you've got the pop-up power tower for your 3 mains appliances. Over on the other side of the vehicle though, you've got a 105 litre fridge that's mounted up off the floor, so a bit more convenient when you want to get another beer. And then you've got some worktop at a higher level above that. There's just 1 kitchen drawer for your cutlery and so on, but a decent amount of cupboard space. And then next to the fridge you've got a larger wardrobe than in most of the models, and 3 usefully sized drawers for folded clothes. But what really separates the Campervan XL from the other Autosleeper campervans is beyond this door. The washroom in this model goes right the way across the full width of the van. So you've got your 30-foot bench cassette toilet on one side, loads of room to use that, and on the other side a completely separate wet area with a tip-up basin and of course your shower. No need for a shower curtain, just step in, plenty of room and close the doors. Like the Warwick XL, the Fairford is a rear lounge layout on the 6.36 metre extra long Peugeot Boxer window van. But unlike the Warwick, this is a 4-berth van, so you've got a second seating area at the front with 2 rear seat belts for rear passengers. That means, of course, that the rear lounge is squeezed a bit, but it's still a comfortable area for 2 or maybe 4 people. You've still got the scatter cushions and armrests, the rear speakers, these fancy reading lights that can be repositioned, and the big roof light above. And you've also got 2 little tables. If you only want to use one, that's fine. The tables themselves, the legs go in the wardrobe at the front, and then the tabletops go one each side behind the backrests. It does feel a little bit more spacious with just one table here, but it's a decent little lounge. As with the other rear lounge models, you can quite simply turn the end lounge into a double bed. Just need to pull the seat bases together, get rid of the armrest cushions and the backrests, fill in the gap in the middle. These top sections just come off, and those can go underneath as well. And you end up with a transverse bed 1.85 metres by 1.24. The forward seating area is a Pullman style arrangement with seat belts for 2 on the forward facing seat, and then this backless rearward facing seat. And you've also got a swivel on the passenger cab seat. These benches are a little bit tight for 2 unless they're, at least some of them are young children, but you have got these padded sections against the wall so you can put your feet up and look out at the fine weather and glorious view through the sliding door. With the table dropped down, with the leg folded, it just goes down between the 2 benches. The backrest fills in the middle, and you have this one infill cushion. Makes a single bed, or perhaps for 2 young children, 1.84 metres by 0.9. Now, if you want a bigger bed, that's possible too. Yeah, so you've got these 3 infill cushions, and you do need to think about where you're going to store these. They might have to be on the seats at the back, perhaps while you travel. They do take up quite a bit of space. But you do end up with a second double bed up to 1.91 metres long at its length, at its longest, by 1.34 metres wide. So now you've got 2 double beds in the vehicle, standing area and a changing area in between the galley and the washroom, and a second standing area by the sliding door. So the Fairford packs a lot in. 2 double beds, front and rear, Seating areas, front and rear. I mean, at a squeeze you could probably get 9 people sitting in here. And then look at this kitchen. It's nearly 2 metres from one end to the other. You've got a fabulous area of preparation space in the middle to create those family meals. You've got your oven and grill too, as well as the 3-burner cooker, your microwave above for those instant meals to get the kids fed before they scream the house down. Bit of storage in there, and then this cupboard at the forward end is actually a wardrobe if you want it to be. It's got a hanging rail in there and doors front and side. Over on the other side of the vehicle, a tambour door gives you access to the washroom, so when you open the door you're not disturbing the chef. And in there, your cassette toilet has a sliding wash basin above. So when you want to shower, slide the basin over above the loo, gives you more room. When you want the loo, slide the basin back the other way, and then you've got room to use the loo. The shower head doubles up as the tap, so you do have to make sure that it is pointing into the basin. But overall, a very versatile motorhome. Looked at the Fairford and think, great, 4-berth camper van, that's for me. But then you think, oh, where am I going to keep all my gear? Well, the Fairford Plus is the answer. Not only have you got roof rails on the top, but you've got this huge load area. It's 1.35 metres by 1.36 metres at its largest areas, and 820 mil high. So you can get loads of gear in there, whether it's dog crates, sports gear, mobility scooters, whatever you need to carry. And they give you these freestanding steps to make loading easier. You've got attachment for an outside shower as well, a main socket over there, even seat belts to attach your dog harnesses to. And of course, lashing points to secure bikes or anything else that might be heavy in this area. You've got some storage at the sides. In here is the boiler, but the other cupboards give you a little bit of storage for smaller items. And then if you want to carry anything really big, the bed folds away. And now you can store pretty much anything you'd be likely to want to carry. Of course, if you don't need the full height storage, you can leave the bed made up all the time, and that has an extra bonus at night because you can just climb in. You've got a double bed, 1.86 metres long by a maximum of 1.35, and you've got rear speakers and an extractor fan, USB, everything you could need. The washroom in the Fairford Plus is the same as in the Fairford, with the sliding wash basin to give you more room depending whether you're using the loo or the shower. And it's still got this tambour door access, so you're not disturbing the kitchen. Now, the kitchen itself looks very similar to the Fairford, but it's slightly rearranged. So the cooker and sink swap places. You wouldn't want your cooking too close to the bed probably. You've got your microwave, your 71 litre fridge, and another addition on this model is pop-up power tower with three 3-pin sockets. The difference between the Fairford and the Fairford Plus is the table. In the Fairford, it's a wall-mounted table that's removable. In the Fairford Plus, it's fixed on a central post, but it does slide forwards, backwards and side to side, and you can also twist it around. So quite versatile, and it's nice and steady. If you wanted to get your laptop out and do some typing, it's not going to wobble about. The other thing that you'll notice is that a change of fabric from the Casamila to the Sagrada, and a change of colour, gives quite a different feel to the lounge area, and it shows how the Autosleeper policy of offering the different fabrics and different colour schemes can quite personalise the vehicle. If you want to be able to just climb into bed rather than converting a seating area, Fairford Plus offers one option and Kingham the other. And it's a completely different arrangement. You've got a French bed, so a bed running lengthways along the side of the van with the washroom alongside. Here we've got the bed in this rather luxurious chaise longue mode, but when the bed is down, you can just simply pull it flat, and it's then 1.87 metres long by a maximum of 1.2 metres. There's more to having a fixed bed, and this mattress is exceptionally comfortable. There's more to having a fixed bed though than just nighttime comfort, because the storage underneath is excellent too. It's about 0.5, about half a metre high under there. You can get all your outdoor chairs, barbecue, that sort of thing in there. And also you can either load it, as I've shown, by lifting the bed on its gas struts, or just simply opening the back doors. The washroom alongside the bed is similar to the one in the Symbol Plus. So you've got a corner basin, no need for a shower curtain when you're showering, and it's a good practical space. Then you've got a vanity area at the foot of the bed, and then moving into the kitchen, where you've got the same fittings as in the other models, but in a slightly different arrangement. You've got your microwave above the sink, 3-burner hob with the extractor hood above, and your oven and grill. Your pop-up power tower here, and there's plenty of worktop too. Not only have you got this section here, the one where we've got the removable draining board, you've got a flip-up section at the forward end, and then over on the other side, underneath the wardrobe, you've got your 88 litre fridge and yet more worktop. Because the Kingham is a pure 2-berth, it doesn't have any rear travel seats, but that means that this sofa can have a bit more shape. It doesn't have to be a bed, it doesn't have to have seat belts, it's just a sofa, and therefore it's a very comfortable place to sit and relax. And you've still got the 2 swivel cab seats as well, this nice little coffee table. All in all, this is my favourite model in the range. While the Warwick Duo is based on the 6 metre long wheelbase van, this Warwick XL is based on the extra long 6.36 metre van, so an extra 36 centimetres of length. Although the actual wheelbase doesn't change, the extra length is beyond the rear wheels, so it doesn't make much difference in driving until you come to park it, and obviously it does need a little bit bigger space. But you have got more space inside too. This rear lounge possibly feels even more spacious than the one in the Warwick Duo. For a start, you haven't got the overhanging wardrobe, so you can sit comfortably in each of the four corners with your feet up and relax. If you want to sit and face looking out of the back windows on either side, that's quite possible. You've got these armrests and scatter cushions to make things even more comfortable. This is the Casamila, more sort of leafy patterned upholstery in the mocha colour scheme. You can choose either of the two fabrics in any of 5 colourways. Like the other models too, you've got this draft excluder between the barn doors at the back, just that keeps things a bit more cosy on a wet and dreary day like today. Now, unfortunately, we're not going to swing open the back doors and enjoy the view today, and nor are we going to open the big roof light to get ventilation in. But it's still a very comfortable place to sit, whatever the weather. As in the Warwick Duo, you can turn the rear lounge into either single beds or a huge double. The double's 1.9 metres long by 1.85 metres across, so plenty of room there. And you've got plenty of room in the kitchen too. Although the counter area isn't actually quite as long as in the Duo, by the time you've added this flap at the end of the kitchen, it's actually slightly longer. And I like the fact that the microwave is above this free area of worktop, so if you bring anything hot out, you can just bring it straight down onto the counter. Underneath there is an 88 litre 3-way fridge, and then you've got the usual removable draining board for the sink, a good sized cutlery and utensil drawer, as well as the deep pan drawer under the triplex cooker with the 3 burners and again the oven and grill. If you're sitting in the cab, perhaps your partner's still fast asleep at the back of the van, you've got this worktop again as somewhere for your coffee. And it's nice to have this second seating area. Perhaps, as I say, if somebody's still asleep at the back, you have got somewhere to have a little morning breakfast and read the newspapers. The wardrobe in this model is a bit taller, so better for longer items than some of the others. And underneath, you've got a useful selection of 3 drawers for your smalls. You'll have noticed too that compared with the Warwick Duo, the furniture is swapped over. So in the Duo you had the washroom here, now the washroom is over on the off side. But the real star feature of the Warwick XL is the washroom. Not only have you got plenty of space to use the Thetford cassette toilet, but you've got this separate wet area with the wash basin here and of course the shower with its own separate shower head. And all behind these neat bifold doors.